Hey, what's up, guys? So, in this video, I want to give some advice specifically to the young males out there who may be listening. For those of you that aren't aware, I do try to mentor and help as many young people as I can. Not just young people, but all people, but most are younger. And one of the things that I see common across the board with the males is that they don't really have a sense of who they are as individuals, meaning that they tend to be what the group that they are within are. You know, you can basically define them by their friends, by their peers, by their coworkers, classmates, etc. And for me, that's one of the biggest issues that I have in advising them. I let them know that one of the more important things in life is to be true to the person that you actually are. You know, I know you've heard it before, to be yourself, but it really counts, and it goes so far in life just to be able to not have that thing that everyone else seems to have. What I mean is the thing where you worry about what other people think. You're concerned about how you look, how you sound, what kind of impression you're going to make on others. That is a huge, huge weakness in life. And that one thing contributes so much negativity to the lives of all people, not just the young males. Everyone. You can see it on social media is a perfect example of that. I mean, the whole concept of websites where people go on there and put their pictures up, and they're edited pictures. They take 100 to get one good one. They edit it, enhance it, who knows what they do, Photoshop it, and they put it up, and they just wait for the approval of others. And this is, again, the perfect example of the weakness that I speak of. Giving a shit about what other people think. You got to get that out of your head. And going back to what I said earlier, being yourself is one of the more attractive qualities you could ever have to others. Not just to women, but to other people in general. To employers, to other men, to friends, to family. Be genuine. You know, every one of us is different. We can't all be the same. And what I see among the young males especially is, first of all, they're all fucking tough guys somehow. Every one of them is a fucking tough dude. Every one of them is a badass. Everyone. And, you know, it's sad to see that shit. It's not necessary. You know, I hate seeing that shit. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to put on a show. And especially with this tough guy shit, because that shit will come back and bite you in the ass. It's happened so many times where I've seen it, where I've been involved myself, where I beg people, please, man, don't push. Don't keep going with this. Whatever. Yeah, you're a badass. Okay, you're a killer. Fine. But a lot of times these guys have believed these lies and lived according to these lies for so long that they end up actually believing the shit about themselves, and they end up getting hurt and getting embarrassed and getting shamed, and then they're all fucked up psychologically after that. So don't pretend to be something you're not. Find out who you really are, what matters to you most. And if you find that the character you are, the things that you value, are not good, then change. Become a greater person. Become the man that you want to be. Right? So all these things I speak of take effort, take hard work, take sacrifice. Right? None of this shit comes free. And I've spoken about this in past videos before, but an important part of the advice I give young people is to establish for themselves discipline within their own lives. And one of the best ways of doing that is by staying physically fit, by working out. Take care of your body. Force yourself to become accustomed to a workout regimen, to eating well, to training. Make it a part of your life. That discipline, however you get it, whether it be training for a specific sport, training for, just to build your muscle, for strength, whatever it is, for health, that discipline will then apply to everything else in life that you'll do. It's important that you're able to have a goal and stick to that plan and commit to it and make it happen. Psychologically as well, it's important that you see on your own to yourself that you are able and can do these things. Okay? So take care of yourselves. And another thing is have respect for other people. You know, the worst shit is when you see young people just acting like fucking fools, man. Disrespectful and humiliating themselves. No respect for women, no respect for children, for other men. That's the best way of going about things, is just respect everyone. You know, I don't want to fuck with nobody. I don't have anything to prove. Remove ego. Remove pride. Be humble. If something has to happen, let it happen. But have respect. Don't act like an asshole to people. Do the opposite. Go out of your way to be a good person. Help people. That's what, again, when it comes to attractive qualities, because I get asked so often from young males, what could I do to become more attractive to females? And this is one of them. Become a good person. Help people. When you see they need help, help them. Never, ever be a bully or be part of that, you know, crowd of people watching someone else be bullied and you not say shit. You're just as bad. You're just a fucking punk as well. Don't do that. Stand up for others. Okay? If you see someone being treated in a way that you know is hurting them and you know you wouldn't want done to you, step the fuck up, man. Be a hero. Toughen the fuck up. That's the most attractive quality you could ever have, is to be that. Don't be a fucking soft ass bitch and just stand by and let someone else be victimized. All right? Another very important point is that you educate yourselves. You have to be about something. And in order to be about something, you have to possess knowledge. You can't just be some idiot passing by in life and acquiring only that which is told to you. You have to seek out knowledge. You have to question things. You have to be able to have an intelligent conversation across a very broad range of subjects among any kind of people. That's an attractive quality to have. That's something people will look to and admire. But never speak unless you're certain about something. Don't talk just to act like and sound smart, because you end up sounding like an asshole and looking foolish. Don't do that. So it's better to stay quiet and learn and listen than to speak when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? So educate yourselves. Read. Reading books is one of the best things. It's what gave me most of the knowledge I have, is constantly reading, studying, researching, questioning things. All right? And another thing I wanted to touch on is work and work ethic. Okay? So I see most of these young people that I talk to, they don't want to work. They just don't want to. For whatever reason. With American young men, it's the worst, because they have this idea in their minds that they're somehow special, that they're privileged, that they're above working low-grade jobs. Or maybe they've gone to college and they have a degree, and that piece of paper now prevents them from working. And somehow they are okay with staying home into their 20s, 30s, living with mommy and daddy, fucking playing video games and shit. Somehow they're okay with that. But if you tell them to go get an entry-level job, anything, go work at McDonald's, go work at fucking Home Depot, Walmart, whatever, anything, go pump gas, they would think that because they've had this education, or just because they're American in general, they're too good for that, which is backwards thinking completely. How the fuck can you have any pride sitting home doing nothing? How the fuck can you ever attract a female when the female's natural instinct is to be pulled towards the men that they feel and see can provide not only for themselves, but for the woman and potential children and family later on in life. If you do nothing, I mean, just think, come on. What the fuck you expect? What do you expect? There's nothing wrong with working hard, right? There's no shame in starting off, whatever it is. You have to remove pride. Start. Work somewhere. Idle time is a horrible thing for us to have. Horrible. Nothing good comes out of it. Work, right? Commit to that. Get it in your head. Train yourselves to understand and accept that as a male, you must work. You cannot do nothing. Doing nothing is the biggest fucking sign of you being a loser. I'm sorry to say. And don't say that there's no jobs out there, because there's fucking jobs everywhere. The real question is, what are you willing to do? And that's where the difficulty comes, because most people are not willing to do anything except what they think they're entitled to. They want to step into the fucking $100,000 a year job, and they really believe that they deserve this somehow. You don't. You're not that good. You're not special. There's fucking billions of people in the world that are willing to do the jobs better and for less than you. So remove pride, remove ego, and if you do have pride, it's another point I'm going to touch on. A lot of these young dudes are very fucking proud and full of ego, but when you break it down and ask them and learn about them, their pride is based on nothing. Pride is to be based on accomplishments, real accomplishments. And even then, pride is a dangerous thing. You got to check yourself. Don't let ego get out of hand ever. Don't let it. Be humble. And a good way to stay humble is to focus on gratitude, always. Always be grateful. Always be grateful, and always know that things could be much worse, and they are much worse for so many other people. As bad as it is for you, there are people that would die to be in your shoes and switch places with you right now. So many. So be aware of that, right? And be cautious about how you feel about yourself. Never view yourself as great. Don't compare yourself to others, is another point I've spoken on often as well. Because in doing so, you will find a false sense of greatness. Because the others, the regulars, the commoners, they're fucking nothing, man. They're trash. They're nothing. You want to compare yourself to them, any asshole can appear great. Compare yourselves to real great people. Real great men, historical figures, because there's not that many alive that I'm aware of. But I'm sure they're out there. Find people that really are worth looking up to and emulating. And compare yourself only with those people, if you must compare yourself at all. All right? And another point is to not ever make the mistake of judging people or treating people based on their money. All right? Our country, our world we live in is fucking poisoned with this money shit. Everything's about money. Everyone thinks that money is what makes the person. The women want a man that has money. The men want to have money so they can get the women. Let me tell you something. If you could only get a woman if you have money, you better stay the fuck away from that kind of woman. That's not what the fuck you want. You want the kind of woman that will stay with you when you're broke, when you're starting out through thick and thin, and work your way up and build your lives together. That's a woman of value, not some fucking gold digger that wants you to spend money and buy her shit and take care of her so she could do nothing. It's nothing. There's nothing of value there, right? So be good people in general. It's simple. Be about something. Be respectful, you know? Think of yourselves in a way where you are someone who, if introduced to others among any group of people, you'll be looked at as a good person. You'll be respected, right? You're not going to be looked at as a proud, egotistical, dumbass, bully, asshole, fake, tough guy. None of that shit. Humble, but yet intelligent. Intelligent and yet hardworking. Loving, caring, generous, kind. These are things of great value. So all that fake, tough guy, people looking to gangster shit and jail shit and prison shit, rap shit, all that fucking whole hip hop culture shit, anything doing negative, and people looking to that and thinking that shit is right, that shit is cool. Trust me when I tell you, those dudes are the softest motherfuckers around. The guys acting that way, they're not about shit. You don't have to be that way. Be yourselves, okay? Don't be a follower. Be a leader. Don't worry about what other people think. Be yourself. Be true to yourself, and you will develop into a great man if you apply all these things that I've told you. And there's so much more as well. This is just a quick video to try to encourage some of you guys and hopefully set some of you in the right direction, because so many of you ask all kinds of questions that I'm sorry I can't physically answer each and every one of. Some of you ask me questions that are very lengthy and in depth and would require me to fucking write an essay in order to answer correctly, which I don't have the time to do. So I hope you guys can at least take something positive out of this video. The last thing I'll close with is be a man of God. It's so important. It's so important, especially in these times. No one's about God anymore. No one. They laugh at it. There's nothing wrong in emulating Jesus Christ as the best example of a character that you can look to and know with confidence that this is a great man. I can't find flaw or fault in his actions. Look to the Bible. There's a lot of good information in there, positive things, life lessons. The opposite is what's occurring in our current times. And it even says that in the Bible, that in the future times, when things are near the end, evil will be everywhere, will have taken over. And what's good will be called bad, and what's bad will be called good. And that's exactly what's happening today. So don't be that. Be strong enough to stand on your own. And something else I've said before, better stand alone than stand among fucking punks and soft, fake motherfuckers. I'd rather be alone. So I'll close with that, guys. I hope you got something good out of this, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.